Well, here we are, 1 o'clock. Just checking in to see how you guys are doing, and you guys let me know if you got any questions. I will help you. Not really much for me to say here. I am mostly just here in case you need anything, or if you want to talk, or if you have any questions, or whatever you need, basically. So just kind of throw some things together. Pretty informal. I don't have anything planned. I do have the lesson. I do have the, as you can see, I have the screen up here, and we could talk about that if you got questions about it. But this is basically the plan. So let me know if you got any questions. But just talk about it in chat, and let me see if the chat's working. Hello. It sure seems like it. So good. All right. I'll just be here drinking my tea, minding my own business until somebody has a question, or I'll wait a few minutes and see what happens. But I'll be here. I guess what I'll do is just so this isn't completely boring and me just sitting here hanging out is, well, yeah, let's talk about what this is. So if you haven't done this yet, basically this is the plan for our physics class, and right now I basically have planned this week, plans for this week, and they are in my mind and in my plans tied to specific days. Like if we were doing this in a regular day, you would I definitely would have different assignments for each day, just like we do, but I didn't actually tie these to any specific day so that you can do these. I would do them in order. I mean, they're meant to be in order, and the exam is still being worked on. I'll have that up and running soon, but all you gotta do is just work on these. If you want to think of it as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you certainly can. So, I mean, in class yesterday, I kind of mentioned the first assignment, so you can do that. But let's see. So yesterday you watched the video. It was a ed puzzle type thing where you watch a video and there's questions and stuff that pops up as you go. And just as you solve that, as you finish it, I will know. And if you've got questions, just let me know. So for today's thing, though, it's a little introduction. It's brand new stuff. I mean, that's kind of the nature of this e-learning. Is it's not like a snow day, where it's like let's work on something, some skill that we've already worked on. It is we're going to be learning new things, and so that's what this is for the second one, Ohm's law. And that video I made a couple days ago, linked here. So it's pretty much, it's not exactly the same thing I would say in class, but it's essentially the same information I would say in class, just presented in YouTube formats. So let me know if you got questions there. For the practices, that's practice. So there's a few questions, I think 6, something like that. I suppose we could click it, but oh, I actually already have it up. So there's the practice, and just make sure you do the 4 steps, practice all that. So yeah, there's 6 questions. There's the answers down there on the back side. If you wanted to print it out, you certainly can, but it is just some practice for you to work on and hopefully get good at before you go ahead and take the quiz, because then you want to take this quiz, and you can definitely take it over and over again. This, I mean, like I said, this is a little bit different than normal class, so take that as much as you want until you get a good grade on it. Okay, so be honest with yourself, be honest with me, be honest with everybody, and I understand I cannot stop you from cheating or copying or calling up your lifeline or something like that, but keep in mind that this is meant to be still learning experience, and so I mean, you want to be able to learn this stuff, not just be able to check a couple boxes and and do that. So definitely you want to earn a good grade, but keep your integrity during this time, okay? And learn something. It's okay to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. honestly, I'd be more suspicious if you get 100% on the first try. I mean, again, I'm not going to be like, oh, it looks like so-and-so cheated. But just for yourself, you know, I mean, I kind of have a general idea how everybody does on this stuff. Now, this is electricity, and I know many of you have already taken electricity class, but I also realize that if you don't get 100%, it's like, you know, historically in the class, you don't get 100% on the first try, and now all of a sudden you're getting 100% on the first try. I mean, you know, yeah, you can fudge it a little bit, and you could. Anyway, the point is, keep your integrity here. That's all I'm trying to say. All right, just it's good to make mistakes. In fact, we learn from our mistakes. So, after that, there's a PhET simulation. Once again, pretty straightforward and easy. It's just a Google Classroom assignment, so you can do those. Those won't take you very long. And then finally, there is a review guide to work on. On this, I for some reason have both. This is the same link right here. In fact, I'm just going to delete it right now. But if you go into Google Classroom, this is the link you can follow, and it'll open up the review guide for you. If you want to print it out, you can. If you would like to just use your stylus and write on it, it doesn't matter to me. Okay. The goal is that you review and you learn something. All right. You might need to go back and look at some of the stuff, but that's all it is. And then we're going to take some sort of exam. I mean, you got to test yourself. That's how you know what you know, is you test yourself. So yeah, I don't know. That's about it. Don't know what you guys been doing today. I saw some of you guys jumping on, but got a bunch of questions. Hopefully you guys are doing okay. It's weird. And like I said in class, I really hope that you are keeping to yourself. I left the house once today to, there it is, to vote. But other than that, I have been inside. It's not easy. I mean, going outside it's kind of a nice day out, sunshiny. But, you know, take this seriously. I am hearing about people going out and still crowding out stores and stuff like that. And I don't know what to say to that. I feel like if people keep doing that, then this is going to get much worse before it gets better. So that's just my opinion, though. Who did you? Who did you? Well, oh, okay. I am not going to say. I'll talk about it in class if you want. No, I won't talk about it in class. I will talk about it to you individually if you so desire. I won't necessarily tell you everybody I voted for or anything like that, but I won't talk about it necessarily in class because that's not the place for it, because my opinions are my opinions, and I'm definitely not going to talk about it online because, again, my opinions are my opinions, but it's a good question. I voted for the people I thought were best for the job. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, yeah, no, it's a good question. I would ask me too if I was in your spot. Yeah, why not? Because I would want to know. But yeah, so most of you know me well enough, you might be able to figure out certain things, but you know, I don't usually put my political opinions out there. Oh no, you lost your computer at school? That's not going to be good. So you weren't able to check in this morning for attendance. That sucks. You know what though, honestly, and this goes for Jaime and anybody else who might have left their computer at school, you can probably get it. You'll want to call ahead to see about that, but I think it's important enough that they'll let you in. I can't speak for 100% of that, but I doubt you're the only person out of the 3,000 plus people at the school to forget their computer. So go get it is what I'm saying. But call ahead, see what they say when, or probably in the morning and stuff like that. I don't know. They say even teachers can't come in. So unless there's an emergency. So they're taking it pretty seriously. They're doing a whole cleaning of the school, but I'm thinking they're going to want you to have your computer. So they'll probably make arrangements. No promises. That's just my guesses. Holy cow, Jaime though. Good stuff. I wish I could say I was working on something cool, but pretty much been just putting together all the stuff for you guys to work on. Hopefully it works out for you. I'm not trying to make it too hard. I realize what this is, and so I'm trying to balance the fact that you guys I'm trying to balance the fact that I'm just trying to balance the fact of the situation along with the idea that we learn something. That's all. I just want you guys to get your education. That didn't sound good. That's all. So yeah, but go get your computer, Jaime, or call and see what they say. What else? Anything else? Well, I mean, I will hang out for another 20 minutes, but you don't have to. And I appreciate you guys coming in. I mean, it's weird being by yourself. So, or not being by yourself, or not being at school. It's Tuesday. We're supposed to be in school, but we're not. Exam laws are. Oh, good. All right. I was hoping that would work. I think, you know what? It's JT Learn that doesn't work, I think. Good. That's kind of what we're all got to do right now. We'll get bored of that eventually maybe, but yeah. I like to say I got to play some video games today, but I haven't. We'll see. Although I am working on a... See, I'm so bored I'm making a Minecraft skin. My EWB. Hold up. All right. Hold up. I'm just going to stretch because I've been sitting here a lot. This is not what I wanted to do with you guys. I have a new... Oh, that's adorable. Yeah. That's there's nothing like having a little baby sleeping on you like that. That's cool. Of course. You get tired of it after a little while, but you know there's nothing like it. Oh, there it is. Just lost something. But yeah, probably can clean up a little bit. There's a lot of things to do, but yeah. But get the physics done, get your other classes done. I mean, what else are you going to do? You know? You still know what EWB is. What else? I'm just looking at what I got here. I don't know. Seriously, I might even look into streaming something. Aiden, it is for your class. It'll start at 1:30. Right now, I'm talking to my afternoon classes. So yeah, a little different. So 1:30. My newborn. Oh, what's up, guys? What's up? My okay. Got it. Yeah, it's hard to type and stuff like that when you got some little baby sleeping on you. But yep. No, you can still hang out with us, Aiden. It's just we're just talking about nothing, honestly. So nothing's going on. We're not at school. We're just kind of chilling, like everybody said. But I don't know. Let's see what's going on. Yup. Do. I don't know. What else? Yeah? Who do you have, Miguel? I'm glad you're here, though, I think. I don't know you, but I'm glad you're here. So it's kind of cool. Just something, live streaming is just something I kind of do sometimes for physics. I haven't gotten into gaming or anything like that, live streaming. But so I thought it'd be kind of cool to just take a minute to, okay, got it. Yeah, just thought I'd take some time to kind of connect and touch base with everybody, see how everybody's doing in this time. I think it's very weird for all of us. So it's nice to be able to just kind of see a familiar face, I guess, even if it's mine. Sorry, it's ugly. maybe it gives you bad memories. But yeah, so, oops, it's gonna do something. I guess I'm not gonna do that. I don't know what to do. Thanks, Jaime. I appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, somebody do anything amazing today besides kind of just sit around wondering what to do? It's not that there's anything we can do. I mean, where are we going to go? We can't go anywhere. Everything's either closed or it's not a good idea to go anywhere. So, like, it's not a good idea to go hang out with people, 10 people or less, right? So, because we don't want to be spreading this thing around, like I said. So, that's awesome. Wait, who's your girlfriend? Just work? Yeah. It was kind of cool. Like, I saw a lot of people were hopping on the, like, I don't know if you can see that R and that L up there. That's people who are on right now are looking at this thing along with me. So if I hovered over it, I would see a name. I'm not going to do that to you live on the live stream, but this R and this L are people. Oh, I think people just got jittery. They just left, maybe. But bunch of people were on there this morning checking it out because I mean I think we all know the you know what's going on. We need school. You know, school's kind of important. We had I don't know. Oh yeah. I know. Oh yeah, you're Ellie. Okay, all right. Yeah, she sometimes is on my live streams for reviewing for physics when I do those. But yeah, I mean, before everybody went to school, like you know, statistically, was that 100 some years ago, more maybe, before they had mandatory education for everybody. I mean, I'm getting a phone call from Juliet, but I bet it's nobody I know. You go to work at 2? Dang. Well, at least you have work to go to. Not everybody has that right now. So, all right. Well, do you have to go at 2 or do you got to get there at 2? Or is it like right down the street and it's basically the same? I should type 2. No, I'm not going to type. That would be like annoying. What's going on with this? Whoa, hey. Don't just ignore that. That was me looking at something from before. Does anybody else here like have more jobs, like more work or less work? Like, has anybody else been affected by this? That's crazy. They're like, well, you're off of school. You can come in at 2. What kind of computer do I have? Well, it's kind of a gaming computer. Let me see if I can pull this up. I built it. So a while ago, it kind of needs to be updated, but you know, money's takes money. But let's see if I could just shortcut to the PC, pull up the stats because I forget what's in there. Properties not available. Well, that's not cool. I don't remember what kind of computer I got. Weird. Oh, hello. Great. Computer. But oh, there it is. All right, hang on. Properties. It's been a while since I've had to look in this. Ooh, I have a message. Well, yeah, so it's just a i5 computer, 16 gigabytes of RAM, nothing crazy. Like I said, I built it a while ago. So, let's see. Yeah, anyway, it's pretty good. It's good for what I want. Like I said, I play games and do schoolwork here, physicsy stuff. Every single church event. Yeah, right. Everything is canceled. Churches, everything. That's crazy too. I know. I sometimes help out with the live stream at my church too, and they're like, they're talking about completely canceling everything. Maybe not the live stream, but it's kind of crazy. Like, Like, what's going on? This is unprecedented. Like, nobody's been through this who's alive. What kind of games? Should I bring up my Steam library? Whoop. Right now, honestly, I'm playing Minecraft again, but modded. So, like, let's see, my most recent games. I'm not going to just throw this up there because I don't know what kind of information is on this, my Steam page. That would be, let's see, most recent. My activity. Yeah, I don't know. Let's sort this by. Not that you could see anything. What the? I don't know. I like the Arkham games. Strategy games are good. First person shooter. You work a lot on Redstone. Yeah. Factorial is good if you're looking for something to, yeah. Redstone, kind of, yeah. I do get into Redstone. But with modded Minecraft, it goes further than that. There's like actual like power and power generators and stuff like that, which is kind of what I'm digging right now. So it's a food sale to raise money to go to Lewis University. Oh yeah, yeah. Everything's canceled. That's crazy. I'm kind of surprised they're not still doing the food sale. I guess that's a little bit different. But that it does stink. Like, that's what I mean. Like, everybody's sort of just at home. Everybody's at home, and what are we gonna do? You know. So it's, yeah. So you know what though? I think it's kind of a good time to get creative. Like, it is tempting to sit here and play like video games if that's your thing, or just kind of like sit around and do nothing. But I was also thinking like it's a good time to learn something. Like, I don't know, learn a skill, try something, try building something. I started a project a little while ago where I'm gonna basically rewire this thing to this is a light bulb, a fancy light bulb I got, and it looks like a flame when it's on. And so all it does though, you measure the you measure the connection points here, and you realize it only takes like a couple volts of electricity. DC, this is a converter right here. All this like crazy stuff in here is a converter that converts the AC power coming from the light bulb holder into basically almost like a couple batteries. So if I take this and I hook it up to a couple batteries, I can put it in something to make it look, you know, amazing. And that's kind of my plan. So what is going, I know, right? Legos is kind of cool. That's why I like Minecraft. Why are you putting your real address on here, man? You know, this is going on like YouTube. So I'm going to say that's probably not your real address. So playing D online. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured you were kidding, Jaime. So especially since you were like, that's my real address. D&D online. I've never played D&D online. I've not really. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I have dabbled in D&D, you know, with some teachers recently, of course, but you know, I'll play like some of the role-playing, not the RPG games, like Baldur's Gate. It was fun. That's super old school though, and obviously Skyrim and stuff like that kind of comes from that whole thing. But I don't know. Like I said though, don't want to just sit around playing video games. I know I don't. I don't want to sit around playing video games. So I'm going to try something. I don't know what I'm going to try. First, I had to make sure this whole e-learning thing was up and running because that is new. We've never done this before, anything like it. So that was pretty much taking the last couple days of my life here. And yeah, so find a skill. Let me let me know what you guys decide if you do decide to try a skill or try to learn something or like learn a language or build something or anything. Do I ever work out or anything? Not as much as I should. So work out, no. Exercise sometimes, like not as much as I should. No, but that would be good too. Like work out, like just like use this time to go crazy like that and just sort of start good habits like that. Like seriously, if like with extra time, and like you wake up and it's like you start like doing push-ups and sit-ups and just going crazy like that. You know, you do that for a couple of days, a couple of weeks that we have off, whatever, your body's going to start getting used to that idea. And by the end of the whatever you call this thing, you know, we start going back to school again, your body's going to be craving that kind of thing, and that'll be a really good thing. So that thought did cross my mind, but I don't know. Dude, that's awesome. I Lego Mario. I just saw my nephew playing with my old Legos from when I was a kid, and that's amazing. Legos is so fun. It's such a good creative outlet, and like you can build whatever you want. I think that's COVID-19 break. Yes, I've heard it called the Coronation, but I think that's taking it. I don't know. Whatever. It's, you know, call it whatever you want. But I think that's why I like Minecraft so much, because it reminds me of Legos, I think, or like crazy Legos. But were you? Nerd fires. I think I I think I might have that too, unfortunately. So I don't know. I would maybe tomorrow I'll look into throwing something up, but like something on a screen. But right now, I don't know if you probably can't tell, but this right here is my secondary monitor that you're seeing over here. And I've got other stuff on my primary monitor. So like, whoop, that's my primary monitor. So if I throw up a game or something, it's going to come up on my main monitor. And I just not ready to do that right now. But nobody wants to really watch me play video games anyway. So Trump called Coronas. Yeah, somebody called him out on that too, I saw. So he answered, it's definitely not the China virus. That's kind of not right, not correct. It came from there, but that's not what we're calling it. I mean, so play Happy Wheels. I don't even know what Happy Wheels is. Woof. I don't know. Happy Wheels. What is this? I don't know if I feel comfortable just trying this out for the first time ever in front of everybody, but no, I think I'm not going to play that right now, honestly. So, yeah. Write stuff down though too. Like, what are you doing? Like, what is your impressions on this? Like seriously though, like keep some sort of a journal or log. I mean, typing it is fine too if you want to, but like, I don't know. 5-10 years from now, you're going to want to look back and you'll remember what everybody else remembered. As somebody who lived through 9/11, like I'm not sure what I remember and what I've seen and heard people tell me since then. I don't know if I said that right, but I don't know. I can't distinguish my memories of 9/11 from everybody else's recollections of it, like what I see on TV. I mean, I was an adult when that happened. I was 22 or something like that when 9/11 happened. And I wish I had wrote stuff down at that point. So I don't know if this is the same scale as 9/11. I feel like it's a completely different scale, like barely even comparable, but it's definitely having a impact like 9/11 had. An impact, not the same impact, but it has an impact. Oh yeah, honestly, there's a I don't know. I think not everybody, like I said in my class, we have a tendency to think that we're the exception to the rules or to what's going on. Like it's not going to affect me, or I don't have to worry about that. And you know, like rules for thee, not for me type attitude. And that's stuff that's going to get us in trouble. Hi, Noel. How are you? Oh, it's 1:30. Well, you guys could all definitely keep hanging out, but I'm going to switch to honors physics just in case we have some. What did I just do? Oh, I'm not sure if I hit the right button. I hit something. Whoa. All right. Well, I meant to do that over my other screen here. Boink. So I'm probably going to have some questions on the honor stuff, but yeah, Miguel, I totally agree. It is time now, officially, 1:30. So, but I agree, Miguel. It's like the older generation, I mean, as somebody who is getting older, it's going to be harder to admit that when you get to that, like, that susceptible age group. I think anybody over 50 or 60 who are more susceptible, they don't think of themselves as old. I mean, you know what I mean? Like you don't when you get older. And so it's hard to admit when you are vulnerable. We all have that, admitting vulnerable. All right, Jaime, you take it easy, all right? See you tomorrow, same time. That's the plan. But yeah, as you get older, it's hard to admit your weaknesses. And as you get older, you have more weaknesses and you have more vulnerabilities, and nobody likes to admit vulnerabilities. So, hey, Ariadna, how are you? What's up? We're just talking about, well, whatever we want, basically. So let's just switch back to Tess. What's up? Sorry I missed you the other day. Sorry you missed us the other day. It's going to be weird not seeing you guys. There's no way around that, I don't think. All right. Dog. I'll do that, Miguel. If I see her, I'll tell your Ellie she's she might see this, honestly. Hey, Valeria. What's up, Angelina? How's it going? I'll say hi to her. All right. So anyway, so honors physics. Ooh, you guys have something I don't have in the other one. I like this. So this is the week of March 16th. I'm just saying how I'm kind of like spent the last couple days preparing for this whole weird e-learning thing. And so I'm still doing it. And here we are. I was just wondering what you guys are doing in this wonderful time of this craziness. So, but I'm guessing there was some questions, because there's always questions when we get into a new subject and new stuff. So let's see. So like I was saying, these aren't necessarily day-by-day things. They're just activities that I broke up that would fit typically within a week. Confused about how to solve number 6. Yeah. All right. Let me pull up that particular that one. What would that be? Boy, I got so many things open. So 7.3 practice 1. No, practice 2. So whoop. That's not it. Get out of here. Whoop. That's it. Doop, 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 doop. All right. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Somebody in my second period class asked about that yesterday, so I was able to answer it then. Can I draw? Oh, I could totally draw. Of course, I'm drawing on the main document. I probably should make a copy of this, but we're not going to. All right. I think I just redid something. Oh, well. Let's choose a fun color, light purple. All right, draw. I'm gonna have to get rid of all this like sketching later. Yeah, so number 6, basically it's a 2-part problem. It tells you, why am I, that's weird. I'm not seeing my cursor over on the screen. My cursor doesn't seem to be moving. All right, well, this isn't as, this is gonna be a little rougher than my live stream because I'm pretty much as open to whatever. But anyway, it tells you that is a thick purple mark there. Yeah, this is a 2-part problem. So first one, you're gonna have to find current with these. Holy cow, I feel like I'm writing with like a sidewalk chalk here. You're gonna have to find I. So you have V and you have, no, you don't find I. I'm sorry. You know what? Give me a second here. Let me just copy this because I'm going to switch over to this. Well, maybe I'm not. I don't know what's going on anymore. Will this fit? Okay. There. Whatever. Scooch this over a little bit. That's the title. All right. Can we do this? Why won't you cooperate? An iron. Okay. Well, you all know this is number 6. Okay, I'll get you, Noel. Yeah, so is this still doing? All right, so we have given to us voltage and we have current. And so basically this is a 2-parter. In order to calculate the current the iron is going to, hello purple, to draw at the higher voltage, we're going to have to know some things. So basically you use this to find R, and so you're going to find the resistance of the iron. And once you find the resistance of the iron, then take that resistance with the new voltage, okay, and then use that to calculate the current. Okay, so it's a two-part problem. First part is find R, and then the second part is to find the new current. All right, so it's not definitely very well stated in there what to do, but maybe I could word that one better in the future, but let's discard that. So, all right, understand. So hopefully that makes sense, Aiden, and anybody else, because like I said, somebody already asked that second period yesterday. All right, so what do we got? The backside of practice 2. This is practice 2. Hello. Okay. So how to do the backside of practice 2? Well, I will point this out for anybody who's not watching or whatever. I guess I could close my Steam library. eLearning plans. So I made this video here, and basically it's me talking, and so now I get to hear me talking with me talking in the background. But right, so there's me. This is getting a little weird, but this should help you out. And also what I did here was I made a playlist about circuits. No, go back. Why isn't backspace working? All right, so this is holy cow, this is so weird. Play all. I want to see the food. Okay, so if you go and view the whole playlist, you can see I made these videos, current, voltage, and resistance. That should be helpful to you. We'll get all to all this stuff later, but again, I just want to point that out that, you know, if me being here doesn't help you, then today, then I could help you. Cool. All right, so how to do the backside of practice 2. So practice 2 is about finding the current. Okay, current is the flow of electricity. No, you were here yesterday, right? Or you were not here. You were at school yesterday. We weren't doing live stream yesterday. We were at school yesterday, and this is going to get ugly again if I try to draw right on the word. Now, is there any particular one that you would like me to show you, or just in general? Like the first one, the second one, one from the bottom. Maybe not one from the bottom. I can show you one from the bottom. It doesn't really matter. But I don't know, like, should I start at the beginning, or are you having specific problems with like ones near the end or something? Live dashboard. The third one in the first row. The second one. Okay. Third one in the first row. Wait. Oh, wait. First column. I'm like, there's no. Okay. So, and then the second one. Hey, did you mean this second one or this second one? So does the parallel. Do the parallel ones. Okay. You got it. So let's start with, I'm going to start with this one, because I can't, well, yeah. So let me just grab a little snip of this, and I'm going to put it into that presentation. Let's just make a new one. Boink. All right. Ooh, how fancy. My column. That's okay. Is it okay if I do this one to start with? Wait, what was the other one? What are you talking about? So third one, first row. So you're talking about this one, Noel. Perhaps. Right? So if we do that one next, that'll be good. If not, stop me. So for this one, yeah, cool. All right. I'm going to switch pen colors because it's very important to me that I don't use red. I don't know why this always defaults to red. And I don't know why I always default to purple. Well, I don't always default to purple. Purple's nice though. Okay. So we want to find the current, right? Oh, I know why this one is giving you trouble. Okay. Because the current here is around this corner right here. It's not showing you what's coming out of the battery. So you don't know what this is right here. You don't know what's going through the battery. And a lot of the examples I gave you yesterday were coming out of the battery. So just keep this in mind. So current here, it's going to go through this 15 ohm resistor, and then it's going to go through this 5 ohm resistor. and it doesn't split or anything before it gets to the 5 ohm resistor. And so because of that, this 1 amp is going to go through the 15 ohm resistor, which we have already marked for you. And then it's going to continue to go through the 5 ohm resistor. And then it's going to join up with whatever current came through the 20 ohm resistor, and you're going to get the total in the battery. All right. So I guess the question is, what's going through the, where is it? The 20 ohm resistor, this one right there. Well, think of it this way. And this is not super apparent, and so you might not have thought of it, but remember, all this stuff is it should make logical sense. Am I totally like leaning off screen? All this should make logical sense in that we have a 15 ohm resistor and a 5 ohm resistor right after each other, so the total is going to be 20 ohms of resistance. Now, like I said, that might not be completely apparent and obvious, but that's going to be the case. So since this whole thing is 20 and this is 20, and we had 1 amp going through 20, so in other words, the current split up here. Some of it went this way, some of it went this way, and 1 amp went this way, and that's 20 ohms of resistance this way, and we're going to have 20 ohms of resistance this way. So there's also is going to be 1 amp because of the same amount of resistance. Does that make sense? Let me know if it doesn't make sense. I know I kind of said a lot there, but if you think of electricity as just physical things like water flowing through a pipe, then that's how it splits up. It's going to split up, like we got the 15 and the 5 here are in the same exact like series with each other, and so they're going to add up to the equivalent of 20 ohms. And since we have 20 ohms right here, and so this one right here is 20 ohms, and this one right here is 20 ohms along with this one, so this whole thing is 20 ohms. They're going to have the same amount of current going through them. So since this one had 1 amp going to the right, yeah, I will. That sounds good. And this one had 1 amp going through it, then, or I should say 20 ohms. It's also going to have 1 amp going through it. So when the 1 amp from this branch comes and meets up with the 1 amp from the other one, then the total is going to be 2 amps. Okay. So, so our question mark is going to be 2 amps. So that's how you do that one. All right. Let me know if I need to come back to it. Okay. In fact, I'll just hang out there for a second. Well, that's a lot of writing. I'm glad I switched over. All right. I think, is this the third one from the first row? I think, Noel, yeah, you said yes, this is the right one. So Haiti, let me know if that helped you, okay? And anybody else, if it doesn't help you, let me know. So I'm trying to get the concept down with this, like understanding that electricity is a flow of things. It's a flow of electrons. All right. So is this the one on the bottom left? Yeah, I'll do that. That's the one right below this one, if I remember correctly. But all right. So electrons, or current, is the flow of electrons, and so you're going to have a certain amount of electrons coming through here, and that's going to be the current, and we don't know what it is. That'll be our total. But here's the deal with this one. Let's kind of, before we look at the big picture, let's look at what we do know already. And we know that this one is going to have 1 amp going through it. Okay, it tells us right where I checked it, and it tells us right here that it's going to have 1 amp going through it. All right, now it's got 10 ohms of resistance, and the 1 amp came and split off that way. So if this is also 10 ohms of resistance, how much split off and came this way? Well, it would have to also be 1 amp. So because they're the same, so we know that's going to be 1 amp there. So going through the 10 ohm resistor over there is also going to be 1 amps because it's the same resistance, and so it's going to get the same flow through it, the same current, the same amount of electrons. Okay, because it's the exact same resistance. Okay, so what happens then is the 1 amp from this side joins up with the 1 amp from this side, and they total together to become 2 amps. And so if we follow that around, that means going through the battery is going to be 2 amps, the total being pushed by the battery, going through the battery. So that's going to be our 2 amps. And going through this resistor is also going to be 2 amps. Okay. Those 2 amps come around the corner, and then they split up equally because they're equal resistance. All right. Gonna get some tea. So hopefully that makes some sense. Poll's closed today. Hey, what's up, Sam? How you doing? We're just hanging out here doing physics. So let me get the next one. Let me know. I'm going to keep those drawings for now because honestly I'm getting rid of these. I'm going to add a new slide and I will do the bottom left one. Yeah. Oh, you mean the simple one here? Yeah, sure. We'll just breeze right through it. So let me just grab the snippet of that, and it's weird you don't see that on your screen over there. Paste it in there. Hey, that takes up. Yeah, we could do it very nicely, sure. Oops. Okay. So we are just interested in finding current, and like I said, just think of it as a flow of electricity. So if we have 2 amps, right? Oh, why red? I hate red. I mean, I like red, but like drawing with it, I don't know. Let's do this dark blue again. I like dark blue. All right, so we got this 2 amps. I actually like the purple better for this. Coming around the corner here, okay? That means it doesn't split off. And so we're gonna have 2 amps going through this 5 ohm resistor. So the current through the 5 ohm resistor is also gonna be 2 amps, okay? Then it goes around the corner and it's gonna split. Some is gonna go this way and some is gonna go this way, okay? Now how much is gonna go one way, how much is gonna go the other way? Well, over here we have a total of 10 ohms resistance. Over here, we have a 4 and a 6. 10 ohms resistance. So we can have a equivalent of 10 ohms resistance right here, which is these two together. Can you do one in the bottom right? I sure can. I sure can. Okay. Hearing a weird noise. So what this means is if we have a total of 10 ohms resistance over here and a total of 10 ohms resistance over here, that 2 amps gets split up equally, which means we're going to have 1 amp going this way and 1 amp going that way. So going through the 10 ohm resistor will be 1 amp. And I think I feel like I hear water dripping. Sorry, I'm getting distracted, which is weird. So going through this way is going to be 1 amp going through the 4 and 1 amp through the 6. All right. So those are going to come together here and they're going to merge together. 1 amp plus 1 amp is going to give us 2 amps. And again, in a week or two, whenever we get around to this, I guess not in a week because next week we'll be on spring break, but let me just finish this off. 2 amps. Okay, so 2 amps is going to come through here. Just like that. It's going to be coming back around the battery and we're back where we started from. But I was going to say, in a few lessons, not this week and not next week because next week's spring break, whether we're in school or not, what we're doing now is going to, like right now we're kind of doing a visual version of this and sort of a logical thing. Later on you'll be able to mathematically verify all this using Ohm's law. All right, so who asked for this one? Noel. No, do the second one, do the parallel ones. I missed up. I'm not sure who asked this one. Bottom left, Valeria. Okay, so does that help with the bottom left one? Well, nobody's saying anything, which means I either dropped out of existence or it seems like it's probably good. So let's do the bottom right one. Let me just keep those. You bet. All right, good. So the bottom right one. Oh yeah, I suspect that all of these all the problems are kind of stemming from the same problem, the same base problem. And it's what do we do? Like what's with these, like how do we know with the resistances? So like I'm almost gonna do red again. Let's not do red. So we'll look at this. I'm not even looking over there. No. Where's my pen? There it is. Purple. All right. I think the main cause of the consternation, I might have used that word correctly. The main problem is like I think we all understand if this was 10 and this was 10 and this was 5, you could probably figure it out. But like part of the problem is when you got these 2 resistors together in series, does that count as 10? And the answer is yeah, it does. So what we know here is that we got this 8 amps coming out of the battery, coming around the corner anyway. And we know we got 2 amps coming down this way. So we know that through this resistor, the 10 ohm resistor, we're going to have 2 amps. Can I just redo that? So we're going to have 2 amps coming through that 10 ohm resistor from that side. All right. Now, this and this together gives us an equivalence of 10 ohms of resistance. All right, which means that if this had 10 ohms of resistance, then this is also this is the exact same type of scenario. So while these 8 amps of current, some of it's going to go this way, some of it's going to go this way, then how much is going to go this way? Well, if it's an equivalent of 10 ohms of resistance, that means that 2 amps is also going to go this way. So that means 2 amps is going to go through the 6 ohm resistor, and it means that 2 amps is going to go through that 4 ohm resistor. All right. So there's at least 3 ways I could think of off the top of my head to figure out how much is going to go through this resistor. All right. The third way I'm not going to tell you until next few lessons from now, next whatever, a little while. But one way to think of it is it's got only 5 ohms of resistance. Resistance slows down current. And so if it's got half the resistance, it'll have double the current because it's resistance. So it's going to have half the resistance, means it's going to have double the current, which means it should have 4 amps going through it. And we can verify that in a couple of ways. And the one I'm going to mention right now is what's left over. You started out with 8 amps. 2 went this way, 2 went this way. How much does that leave us with? 4 amps of current. Okay, so all of this is like I said in class, if you like logical math-based puzzles, you're gonna love these next few, this stuff. We're gonna be doing this for a little while, and so it all is very logical. So we're gonna have this 2 amps coming this way, joining up with the 2 amps coming from this one, joining up with the 4 amps coming from this one, which again is going to lead us to 8 amps. You betcha, Stephanie, of course. So 8 amps, there's no splitting here, so 8 amps is going to go through the battery, which means our total current is going to be 8 amps. All right, and of course, you look at this, it's like total should mean you sum it up, and you're like 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4 does not equal 8. But again, these two go together. So it's the same 2 amps going through both resistors. So they don't count twice. They only count once. So it's actually 4 plus 2 plus 2 gives you the total 8. Okay, and you could do that for the previous one too. When you sum it up, the math works out if you do it correctly. So circuits. I wish we were in class because it's a little bit easier when I could come around and help you individually. But I mean, you guys are amazing for hopping on and asking these questions because it's not easy. It's not easy. All right, you guys are doing great with this, but making the best of a bad situation. So, hola, Sharagun. So, yeah. Anything else? I'm going to take this away. So I'm going to erase the board. Okay. Do I want to keep this? Yeah, I'll keep it for now in case I got to pop back on. So let's go back to the e-learning plans. Okay, so that was that. Anything else? So some of you guys were working on the simulation. Technically, well, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Since I talked about both of these in class yesterday, I just threw it up there because, well, I mean, with everything going on, I wasn't going to say you should get this done today and it should be done today. So I put everything up there for this week up here because you do it at your own pace. You could bang through it all at once. You could go, a day at a time, whatever you want. But I mean, this is weird. It's going to take some getting used to. For the FET simulation, really quick. let's see. So that's this thing. Why am I all zoomed in? Let's do 100%. We'll get rid of the top thing. No, I don't like 100%. Let's do this. Ooh. Let's do it correctly. And we'll zoom in using, no, I don't want to insert anything. We'll zoom in using this. There we go. All right. So the FET simulation, a couple of questions I know about this. It's like, what is this even? And what I will say about that is, hey, Efren, yeah, this is the honors class. We'll be doing this kind of stuff in a little while, but you could definitely ask me stuff. I just might not be able to answer right away. So where is the, I thought I started it. I know I started it. Nope. I'm just looking for, I got like a million windows open, so pardon my looking around here. There's the lab. Let me just get back to, oh, there it is. I did start it. So I don't know if there's any questions here, but I'm going to set it up just like I have it. I have the, well, I'm not going to put the voltmeter down. Let's just start with the battery. So battery, I guess I could, it's just a loop, right? Yeah. So, oh, I can't see the whole thing. I can't, oh, because monitor. Zoom. It's weird. Why is this? Hang on, let me see if I can adjust something real quick. Let's unlock this monitor and scooch that over so I can see the whole thing. Kind of makes things a little smaller, but oh well. So I'm going to set that up. If I question 4 through 7. I did. I thought I replied. I'm sorry. So I'm going to set this up real quick. 4-7 or 4 through 7 probably. So let me just set this up real quick. And my mouse is going really slow. I sometimes hit the button to make it go slower. I got one of those like fancy mice. There we go. Okay. So I think it went around the corner. Oh, that's a little too fast now. All right, and that turns a corner. We have a resistor. I guess I could have like, you know, done this part beforehand, but I didn't think it would take so long. But yeah, just build this up just like it shows you. You've got the wiring diagram and you've got the other diagram, like the picture diagram like I've got. And then we'll just bring out the little voltmeter. And that's not it. Oh, that's right, it was a different tab. That's not it. That's not it. Oh, hello. Whoop. Let's do, there it is. All right. So do not represent the points where the wire is. Click each resistor and change resistance. So 5, 10, and 15. So I got to make sure I do that part. So, so this one should be 5. I guess I could do this. I could type it in, but so the other one's probably automatically 10. Yep. And then this one is going to be 15. Okay. So then come on, Alt Tab. Yes. Okay. Touch the negative terminal to the voltmeter point H and then do the others. Okay. So point H is at the bottom of the battery, basically at the negative side of the battery. And then I'm just going to go around. I'm going to touch it. So this is going to be positive 9 volts. Okay. And then so there's point A, point B. That's going to be also positive 9 volts. Have you seen what the gunner said that eLearn did is on count? Because yeah, we still got to do the work because we still got to do learning. The school also has that e-learning plan in place. So for now, just do everything. I mean, they're talking about what to do. So I know, Efren, there's a whole lot of unknowns. Remember yesterday I said there's a whole lot of I don't knows. This is going to be one of them. So right now, the school and everybody's telling us all that we're still doing learning. And it is what it is, you know? So we're making the best of it. You can't just not do stuff. So we're just going to keep trucking on and we're going to work this all out. It'll all get worked out in the end. So, yeah, I know. So I'm going to record the, reading of the voltmeter. So now I touched it to point A, touched to point B. So I'm on point B. So I'm going to write 9 volts here. I'm going to, touch it to C. And it's like, oh, hey, now we have 7.5. So I'm going to put 7.5 right here. And then so on, 7.5, 4.5, 4.5, 0, and 0. So I'm going to record all those here. And then I'm going to have the difference. So from A to B, I'm going to do the difference. It's going to be, where are we at? It's by subtraction. So I'm going to take the voltmeter 9. So I'm going to go E minus D. So I'm going to have to go, like, you basically take the first one, B, it's going to be B minus A, C minus B, D minus C, E minus D. So you're going to get mostly negative numbers here. These are negative. I'd write on here, but then well, no, it wouldn't affect yours. These are negative. Okay, so you're going to get a whole bunch of negative numbers. And then I believe from H to A will be positive number. Okay, because you're going to get like a, when you subtract it, because going from H to A, you're going to take basically 9 minus 0, I think is what it is, or something like that. Yeah, 9 minus 0, because A is 9, H is 0. So you're going to get one positive number here. So question 4 through 7. So click on the resistor and change the resistance. Yep, did that. So Angelina, 4 through 7. So that's 4. Okay, record the readings. Does that make sense? Does that explain it? So the bottom part. Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, got it. Okay, question. I could read your thing a little bit better. Based on your data, when the mathematical formula shows how the voltage change across the resistor mathematically relates to the value of the resistor and the current passing through it. Okay, fair enough. So, did we do current? Current, yeah, we did. So for step 11, you're gonna have to remove the ammeter, connect to, okay, so that is something that has popped into my head and out of my head a few times, and I keep forgetting to bring it up. Yes, obviously I'm gonna be very, very lenient on the due date for the lab report, but it is still summative, and you should definitely turn it into me. So, I think once the dust settles for all this crazy e-learning stuff, I'll send out a reminder about getting that lab report done, okay? But first, there's too much other craziness going on, and I kind of decided to not bring that up just yet. But yeah, and again, I don't know why. I just kind of felt maybe I was wrong about that, but I felt like there was too much other craziness, and I'm planning on being very lenient about it. All right. Thank you for asking, though. That is a good point. It is kind of necessary we do that. So anyway, back to Angelina's question, and this is a very common question. Hey, look, I'm in overtime now. It's 2:03. Great. But I'm still gonna answer these questions because you guys are awesome for being here. So where was I? Okay. So question 4 is asking about the mathematical formula. So what you need is to get the current. So I'm going to break this, for example. This is point A, I think. And if I connect it, you can see I get 0.30 amps. And if you do this enough time, you're going to realize it's going to be 0.30 amps everywhere because it's a series circuit. And it won't be the same on the next one with parallel, just so you know, okay? But you're going to get 0.3 amps everywhere in this series circuit. And so basically, how does this number relate to this number? How does this number relate to 0.3? Okay. How do you take the resistance, which is 5 ohms of resistance, and you get 0.3 from it, knowing that there was a certain amount of, well, I think it'd probably be what, here or one of these two. There's a certain amount of voltage change. All right. So that's where we're going at with this, Angelina, and everybody, is what is the voltage change? I'm totally desecrating this document, so I might as well just kind of change it up. So let's just put it this way. So the voltage change, here's H. Okay. From here to here is 7.5. I'm not going to switch to my calculator right now, but times, what was that, 5? No, 7.5 divided by 5. That's not it either. Oh, the change. Okay, so 9 minus 7.5 gives me 1.5. So the change here is I originally was 9 and I went down to 7.5. So that's a change of 1.5. All right. So how does that relate to the volt? How does that relate to the current, which is 0.3, and the resistance, which is 5? So 7.5. So I tried different things. 7.5 divided by 3, 7.5 divided by 0.3 gives me 25. So that's not it. 7.5 times 0.3 gives me 2.25. That's not, there's no relationship there. Then you start thinking about the Ohm's law thing, where voltage is equal to current times resistance. So if I take the 0.3 and I multiply it by the resistance, which is 5, I get 1.5. And that just happens to be, it doesn't just happen to be, but that is the voltage drop now, from going from 9 down to 7.5. Voltage is equal to the current times the resistance. So if I do that again for this one, so I'm going from 7.5 minus 4.5 is 3. Okay, so the voltage going from, we'll just say, I can just measure it directly. So the voltage going from across this resistor, it drops 3. Why does it drop 3 volts? Well, the resistance there is 10. And if I multiply that by the current, 0.3, I get 3. That's what those questions are going for, Angelina, is the mathematical relationship. Where'd it go? That's what the mathematical relationship is between these. So in other words, it's V equals I times R. Okay, that's it. Those equations I put on the board the other day. And once again, I apologize about it being unclear. That's just unfortunately because it's live stream, or we're at home, and I'm not able to really show it to you very well. All right. Does that help? In other words, does that explain it a little bit better? It's that voltage is equal to I times R. So 0.3 times the resistance. Awesome. I'm glad it makes some sense to you. We all are just learning this. So that was a crazy question to ask without me being there to help you guys. So good. All right. Is there anything else I can help anybody with before we wrap this up? All right. Well, then I will continue to do what I was doing earlier. But I guess we'll be done here. If you do have any other questions, you can either wait till tomorrow, once again, 1:30. I'll hop on. Or you could ask me over Remind, whatever. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I haven't had a lot of time to do much besides like deal with all the school stuff. So we'll see. It's not like Minecraft Central or anything like that. But yeah. So all right. I gotta work on the flannel though. So that's why I have this, because I don't know if you know, that's the flannel I wear sometimes. I'm like, yeah, I could probably make it like that one. So hope I didn't just flash any information that you guys don't need to know about my, probably not. It just says the size, I guess. No financial information. Okay, so I think that's about it then. I think we're gonna call it. Say something if you wanna, like, if you have any other questions, go, wait, Mr. Junior, I got a question, and then I'll stop. But then you can type out your full question. All right, I don't see any. So you guys continue making the best of this, and you guys are awesome for jumping on. You guys are awesome even if you didn't jump on, but take it easy and stay away from people. Okay, stay away from people. Take care.